Appreciate everybody for tuning in to the nation. All right, salute. Let's go. Let's roll with this thing. All right. Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Yes, all those things. Hope you got your coffee together. Let's talk about this thing. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to the nation. I am Law Nation. As we begin to talk about Connor Williams, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Connor Williams may be out for the foreseeable future here. I guess he has some type of issue with his knee. They're going to do a knee scope. This afternoon, I will have film and tape and everything to show you guys the reason why Lyle should be playing inside as the guard to help out number 77 and also to help out Looney. We need a physical plug that's in the inside versus Lyle Collins playing as right tackle. This is only me hoping and wishing that the Cowboys can listen to what everybody is seeing with their eyes. You know, we look out there on tape and we can see as horrible as 2015 been or was or what have you. In 2015, Lyle was handling his business out there. They had like the fourth least pressure as a offensive line group collectively. So I think that they need to go back and rewind the tapes and do their homework and do their due diligence and see how Lyle Collins can benefit this team by just kicking him into the inside. And then you can move a Cameron Flemings of the world, whoever they may have as the right tackle, and they can kick them guys out there to that side of the field. Appreciate you, Russell and Jamal Anderson. Yes, we live like 95. Anthony Grazia, that's on the Facebook page. Appreciate everyone. So Connor Williams may be out. And those are things that we have to just take a look at collectively. Now, I am hearing a lot of noise from my last video that a lot of people saying that, hey, Law, why are you hating on Dak Prescott? No, I'm just pointing out things that Dak Prescott needed to improve on and where he, on that particular play, just saw a ghost and ran out of the pocket. The pocket should always be a quarterback's best friend. He have to figure out a way, of course, the tight end too, but the pocket, you have to trust the pocket, regardless of anybody who plays football, especially you playing quarterback. You have to step up into that pocket. You have to get comfortable in the pocket. And trust me, it's easier said than done, right? Especially when you're losing trust and you don't have those strong feelings and you feel like the line is not protecting you well in the pocket. You will have those type of reservations of saying that maybe, just maybe, this line is not there for me. But we'll see, though. We will, and we shall soon see what this team is going to look like down the line and what they can do to improve everything. Thank those that's on the YouTube page too. I got some important things. Law Nation's original page should be up maybe tomorrow or sometime today. So we bouncing back, baby. We growing this thing, and I really appreciate everybody who shared this content, who liked the page, who follow the page, and who support this thing from A to Z. Whether it's sunshine or whether it's just thunderstorms everywhere, we still here in the mix. Now, I got to get over to this main topic. We only have a few more minutes left, but I really want to talk about this right here. And I know you guys are itching and ready for me to talk about this. And I'm talking about a guy that wore number 88 for the Dallas Cowboys, right? I'm talking about that guy, right? Let me pull up this thing right here. I really appreciate everybody. Let me see. Bam. There we go. We got Dez Bryant against the Saints. And unfortunately, Dez Bryant will be wearing that black and gold. Now, for those who are out there, and I'm not calling you fickle fans, I'm just calling you guys, those who are willing to jump ship and say, well, I'm a black and gold fan now. I'm a Saints fan. Go ahead and go. Trust me, I would not miss you. But I'm telling you right now that I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. Now, I support Dez Bryant. Thank you for joining another team and this sort of thing. But I would not be rooting for nobody else who's not wearing the silver and blue. That's just me. That's how I grew up. As long as you on the team, I support you. Now, you go off to another team, you're now the enemy, the enemy of the state, the enemy of my mind, because I'm just silver and blue all day, even twice on Sunday. I just can't be rooting for another team. Now, Granted, I'm going to say granted. Sometimes in scenarios and situations, people will say, okay, I'm more of a, not me, but I'm talking collectively. They're more of a players person, meaning that they don't have a rooted in team. They just root for the players. And God Almighty, that's a good feeling to have. To somebody they have those type of emotions to just root for the player. I can't do that. I'm just a team guy, and it's just me. Charge it to my head, not my heart. Don't try to look at me all crazy and sideways. But what would Dez Bryant do for the Saints? Remarkable things. On top of that, of course, 2016, 2017, Dez Bryant had Dak Prescott throwing him the ball. And then on top of that, let's not forget about this right here. I was the guy that was beating hard on my chest saying, look, give Dez Bryant one more year. I think that it takes 3 years for a quarterback to develop and build that chemistry. Now, some quarterbacks are able to develop it just like that. But I can argue the fact that Dez Bryant, when Roma was out there, it didn't hit like that for the first year. It didn't hit like that for the second year. It took around, because a lot of people remember in 2014, but it was maybe the noise of Dez Bryant, because he was drafted in 2010. The noise of Dez Bryant being one of those spectacular receivers, but because he made flashes before that, was around 2013. For those who don't have amnesia, it was around 2013, 2014. That's when he just blew up. That's why he have limited chances of going to the Pro Bowl. He's not like a 6-time Pro Bowler out there. No, but Dez Bryant is a beast. And I'm telling you, you got not just Drew Brees out there throwing him the ball. You got one of the greatest minds of an offensive coordinator / head coach out there as well, which is Sean Payton. Sean Payton do not. He comes from the old school mantra, come from the old school Bill Parcells type of situation. He will get into the face of his players and tell them and hold them accountable. If you don't think you think I'm lying, go back to last year when Adrian Peterson, or was it this year? Reconnect stream. Come on now. We've been having a little technical difficulty. Let me know if you guys are still with me in this thing, because the stream went away, but I still should be here. Especially those who are on my Facebook panel. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. Let me know if we still here. Just give me a thumb up, because one of the things went away on my deal, and I'm having a little difficulties here as of lately. It's spinning. All right, so I'm still going to go roll with it, because I got some few more things that I want to touch on. I talked about Drew Brees. I talked about Sean Payton. And also I talked about the fact that now Dez Bryant, of course, a lot of people, I think the national media was talking about, will he be able to pick up the plays? Will he be able to? No, you don't have to worry about that. You tell him, hey, run a go, run a quick slant, 9, your digs. You can just, Drew Brees is of a caliber of a quarterback now to say, hey, run a quick, run your dig route, run your skinny post. He can yell that out there on the field. He can say, Drew Brees at this point, they're 8-1 or 9-1. Let me know what their record is. He can actually say, hey, 88, I'm throwing to 88. I'm throwing to 88. And people who will, the defense will say, damn, he finna throw to 88. How can we stop that? And he will put the ball on the money. I said before, Drew Brees, one of those guys who can circumcise a gnat, got full control of the offense out there. He knows where everybody should be and going to be in anticipation, because he had to learn it the hard way. He was pushed out of the Chargers when he was playing for San Diego, and he kept having injuries. He was throwing the ball, interceptions, and things like that. They went and drafted a Rivers, and they said, okay, we having issues with quarterback. You guys remember LaDainian Thomason, and as another LT. Shout out to LaDainian. And they had Phillip Rivers in grooming, because a lot of people from San Diego thought that, hey, this second round draft pick, Phillip Rivers, he keeps getting injured. He's injury prone. He's throwing interceptions. Let's get rid of him. Let's bring in this guy who we know for sure. And Phillip Rivers did one hell of a job playing down there in Chicago. And I'm about to say Chicago, San Diego. I'm thinking Chargers. I'm trying not to say LA Chargers, because at the time he played for the San Diego Chargers. You guys get what I'm coming from. Let me just take a a few more sips of this coffee before we wrap this thing up. But this is the thing. This is the thing right here before I go. They rushed him out of there. And, of course, they benefit because they got Phillip Rivers and a whole nother stuff, a whole other story. And then it was a cross between whether or not Phillip Rivers, well, Drew Brees is going to go to the Miami Dolphins or the Saints. Everybody know the story. But, hey, he picked the right choice. Sean Payton is a beast as it relates to coaching, as it relates to developing a quarterback. He come from the ilk of being a quarterback himself, and also he helped develop Tony Romo, and as well he come from a hard-nosed, steel-minded, full-fledged, hey, bring your lunch pail to work type of philosophy from Bill Parcells. And you mix all that into one, the guy got big owners. He will kick the onside kick in the Super Bowl. He will go for it on 4th and 1, 4th and 12. He will do all those things. So Dez Bryant going to this particular team is everything for him. Think about it. They got Alvin Kamara. They have another running back, number 22, Ingram. And then also, did I talk about Malcolm Thomas, who's their leading receptionist? I think he got over 70 receptions. And you insert him. They got a speed guy, Ted Ginn. And then also, and I'm talking about a tight end, Watson. I ain't talking about Randy Watson. I'm talking about Watson, Ben Watson, for the Saints. They're going to have to answer to that. They're going to have to figure out before the play is called how they're going to stop that operation when you're talking about number 88 and then you're talking about Malcolm Thomas, who is also like a baby Dez himself. So it's going to look nasty out there. Shout out to the black and gold. Shout out to them. Salute to them from down there. They're only an hour from my hometown, like an hour and a couple of minutes. Get in the car, get down there to New Orleans, and they party out there. And they love their team. They've been rooting for their team, but there are a bunch of bandwagons too, because you can ask a group of New Orleans Saints fans who was the quarterback before Drew Brees, who was the coach before Sean Payton. Without using Google, they can't find those things. And then I ask, who's Joe Horn? They don't even know his number, But collectively, it's still a good team. Those who out there who's moving from the silver and blue to the black and gold, just go back and try to learn up your history before you start putting on that black and gold and all that stuff, talking about you been a black and gold fan all your life. You better figure out your history first before you start talking about those things. That's all the time I have for this beautiful morning. Like I said, it may be a blessing in disguise for Connor Williams. Hopefully he can get his legs back together. Hopefully he can get his bill of health together. We all want players to succeed in the NFL. But hopefully the Cowboys staff can kick Lyle Collins back into the inside, elevate Cam Fleming to be the right tackle, and maybe Mark Colombo can say, okay, let's be aggressive. Let's punch people in the nose. Let's punch them in the mouth. Let's go out there. It's filthy week. I don't give a care about last week because this is a rivalry week. And we all know that this team come to play when it's rivalry time. I said before that sometimes Cowboy Nation, we do play down to the level of competition. And we saw a little bit of that Monday night. So what we want to see now is the team turn the page over, and get turnovers. Of course, we saw a little bit of that, but we also want to see some interceptions, turnovers in that fashion. But we want to see this team come out Sunday night ready for those Eagles. I don't care. I don't care if we was one and whatever. We still got to play those filthy hard. We got to do that, guys. That's all the time I have for this beautiful morning. And I really appreciate you guys for tuning in to the nation. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Let's jam on out of this thing, baby. Go Cowboys Nation, baby. Trey Kennedy, man. Appreciate you. Loving Aries 23. Thank you for tuning in to the nation. Kerry Teagle, Jamal Anderson, Eric K. Appreciate you. Jay Riss. Thank all you guys, man. I love you guys. Appreciate it. Hit that sub button. Subscribe. Follow this page. Hey, did I mention DC for Life? Join that group on my Facebook page. Hashtag DC for Life. All day, even twice on Sunday, baby. Let's get this thing going. Yeah. It's all good. We still Cowboys Nation. We not going nowhere. Yeah. Yeah. Salute. Dane, I see you down there in the box, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Incognito, one of the mods. Priest. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. We're out. Lorenzo, I see you.